Last one. Come, push.
What's up, family? All right, if it's your first time joining the show, the way we do it around here is you let me know what city, what state you're representing. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're checking in from. I'll give you some shout outs, and then I'll go in on the topic today, which is a Texas woman who has been gunned down by the police at her own home, minding her own business. They just show up, issue out a couple of demands, and start shooting. Take this woman's life like it's nothing. So that's what's going on right now. That's the breaking news. In fact, I need to update this title because that's exactly what it is. This is breaking news. It's something else, man. Something else. Oh boy. The nightmare never ends. Okay. Also, smash up the likes, people. Smash up the likes. Liking the video does not mean that you like what's happening. It doesn't mean that you agree with the content. It doesn't mean that you agree with me. It simply means that you appreciate me taking the time out of my day, my busy schedule, to upload the content for your enjoyment. So smash up the likes. It also means that my video gets positioned in higher places on YouTube. When you see the video on your right bar, on that sidebar, that is a result of that algorithm. The videos are basically rewarded when they are smashed up, when the likes are smashed up. So smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Every time you check out one of my videos, man, before you even start watching, just hit the like button. That way, you don't forget to. You know, it's easy to get distracted in today's world. All right, let's see who we got checking in. I see NC checking in. Kenneth Walker, what up, Kent? Paramount Translations, Arizona in the building. Who was that? York, South Carolina. What up, Doris? Killeen, Texas in the building. Deacon Matt. That's a live little name to have, man. Deacon Mac. I wonder if that's your real name. Let me know. Is that your real name? There we go. Super chat in the house. Y'all remember, if you want to jump the line, you want to skip the line. You remember back in school, we used to be in the line in cafeteria, skip the line. Boy, if you was hungry and somebody skipped the line, boy, you'd be mad. Skip the line. You want to skip the line? Hit that super chat. That way we make sure that your comments get acknowledged. Wendell Briggs in the super chat said, be more in the building, be more in the house. Baltimore. Baltimore. That's how they say it. If you're from Baltimore, you know. When somebody say Baltimore, you know they're actually from Baltimore. I know a lot of good people who lives in Baltimore. What's up, Cherie O'Neill? H-Town in the building, North Side to be specific. Secure Win. Yeah, how this happened again. Reckless abandon. Young King, what up? Sunshine Marie Phoenix. Professor C. Yep. It's real, New Jersey. Who is that? NJ Fun Friendly H-Town in the building. ATL, I see you. It is ridiculous. Cha-cha, North Carolina. My international people, where y'all at? I know y'all checking out the show. Let me know. Identify yourself. Who was that? Family Man 247. What's good, OG? Great channel. I appreciate you. Absolutely. Yes. T-Man, I appreciate you. Quincy, Florida, in the building. Anthony Holmes, Atlanta, Georgia, up in here. Beefy Teefy, Nicole Lopez, what it do, Southside? Actually, you gotta say Southwest. If you're from Houston, you gotta know Southwest, man. They proud, boy. They'll put it on you in a heartbeat. SWAT. They say, I mean, SWAT. What up, SWAT? Opelousas, Louisiana. John Adams, Jerry Doss, back-to-back, LA. What up? San Antonio. Three Hug. Jane Doe. St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. Checking in. That's right. Houston's playing the Yankees tonight. Astros against the Yankees. Who winning, y'all? Let me know. All right, a couple more shout outs and I'm going in. Sacramento, California in the building. What's up, boss? Bray, Dallas. Dallas back-to-back with your Corey Royal. And I'm going in. So we got a Texas woman who has been killed by the police in Fort Worth. Fort Worth is about 38 minutes outside of Dallas, where Botham John was murdered by the police inside of his home. They got this thing where if you're not on the streets, it seems like some of them got a thing where if you're not on the streets and they can't kill you there, they'll come to your house. This woman was inside of her house, minding her own business. A neighbor called the police to report the woman had left her front door open. So they showed up and killed her. Now here's the deal. I've left my door open at my house before, and my neighbor gave it some time before I came back home. He said he thought it was suspicious, but he didn't call the police. He wanted to see, he monitored my house. He watched it all night, just watching, trying to see what was going on. And I finally showed up. I didn't show up till like 3 a.m. And he finally approached me. He didn't have my number at that time. He was like, yeah, I thought something was wrong, man. I didn't know what was going on, but I didn't hear anything. I came by the door. I didn't hear anything. So he said he waited. And it's probably a good thing he waited because the police can't wait. They don't have any kind of patience. They got to get some resolve right away. It seemed like when it comes to black folks, man, they got to start shooting. They got to get some results. They got to be the judge, jury, and the executioner on the spot. Ain't no trial. Ain't no going to jail. Ain't no talking. Just start shooting. Yeah, they might yell out a command and then start shooting. And the command is only so that they can cover their ass, seems like to me. It's not really for you to comply. It's more like, well, gotta make sure I say stop resisting. I gotta make sure I say show me your hands. Let me see your hands. So that way I can make sure that I'm covered with the I feared for my life theory. So the woman was shot by a cop who had only been on the force for 1 year. They're conducting a welfare check because the neighbor thinks that something could be wrong with the woman. So the cop shows up, sees the door open. He basically goes around the house. He's looking around the house and he sees a figure in the kitchen through the window. Of course, he says, oh, it's dark. I couldn't really tell anything what was going on. I saw a dark figure and I told him to put the hands up and I started shooting. He started shooting. Gunned the woman down. So when the police released the body cam footage, it showed a couple of still shots of a gun on the floor. That gun, we now know that they say it was in the bedroom, not in the kitchen. But that's totally insignificant because this is America. And damn near everybody got a gun in their house. So having a gun in your house is no excuse for the police to come in and shoot you. They want to take a picture of a gun and say, look, oh, gun, yeah, she had a gun. How we know she didn't point it at the cop? Cop said she pointed the gun. Cop said she had a gun. She was about to raise a gun. She saw a gun. She looked at the gun. She thought about the gun. He thought she thought about the gun. And he shot. Oh, and better believe if she got any kind of criminal record, if she stole a sneaker out of the store, a piece of candy when she was 5 years old, they're going to try to justify the killing. The police released the body cam footage and of the officer opening fire. They say that he perceived a threat. And here's the problem. He perceived a threat, AKA, I feared for my life. That part right there is 100% defendable for them because nobody can tell you how you felt. Nobody can say with absolute certainty how you felt about something. So he can say, I felt in fear. I feared for my life. I thought. And for them, that's enough. Now, me and you, we can't think something. We can't say, I thought he had a gun. I thought she was reaching. I feared for my life, so I started shooting and killing every damn thing. We can't do that, but they can because they have been sworn in with a piece of paper and doing all this here stuff, with the Bible and all that, in front of some folks in an official ceremony and given a badge and a gun, basically a license to kill. Basically a license which says you are now above the law. All of the laws that you've heard, everything that you've known as a citizen up until this point no longer matters. You are now a police officer. You are Teflon Don. You are special. The laws does not apply to you the way they do everybody else. So get on out there and do whatever the hell you want to do. Just don't get caught. And if you do get caught, make sure we're able to defend you. It's something that we can defend. Other than that, it's going to be hard. So just, try to go out there and be as corrupt as you can and do whatever you want to do. Just don't make us look bad or any worse than what we already look. Let me show y'all the video. Here's a video of the cop gunning down the woman. Let's see. Can I do this? Man. Oh boy. Watch how fast he shoot, y'all. Basically, when they show up at your house, you're dead.
Hands up, show me your hands.
Put your hands up, show me your hand, poop. That's the gun on the floor in the bedroom. Second still shot of the gun on the floor in the bedroom coming up. That's it. Just straight up gunned that woman down. Took the woman's life like it was nothing. Took her life like it was nothing, y'all. Understanding the scripture. Damn, she didn't have time to show her hands. Shit, she didn't have time to take a breath. Hey, show me your hand. Pop, pop, pop. One breath, boom. In order for her to get the drop on the cop, shit, she'd have to be one of those Gunsmoke actors or something. She gotta be Jesse James or something. See, we'll stop saying that it's racism when we start seeing them going into white folks' homes, killing white folks like that. We start seeing these videos of them just popping up and within seconds shooting, gunning down white folks, then we'll start saying it's not racism. We can honestly say, okay, it's not racist. Don't you think we get tired of this shit? You think we just want to talk about this stuff? You think we don't want to be like y'all, just all we gotta do is worry about like, hey, you know what, man, I'd like to, today I just wanna, let me see what I would want to do today. I think I'll start a new hobby and paint rocks. Every damn day we wake up, it's the same old shit. It's some racist stuff going on, something we gotta deal with, something new, something different. Every day It's the police coming up into somebody's black house, shooting, accosting somebody, shooting them, smacking somebody around. It's the teacher telling the kid they can't wear their hair a certain way because they don't understand style, because they didn't grow up like that and they don't have friends who wear their hair like that, and it makes them uncomfortable. They don't fit in. Ironically, we never complain about the way white folks wear their hair. And some white folks got some goofy ass hairstyles, but we don't complain about their hair. We just like, oh, and mind our own damn business. But they got the police everything. Saw the video with the little white kid the other day. He's 14 years old, running around acting like a damn cop, faking like he's a cop, pulling people over. Got a whole ticket book and everything, writing down people's license plates and stuff, pulling them over. We got sirens. Even when they're not cops, they want to be a cop. They want to be deputized as a cop. It's all about control. All this stuff comes down to control, trying to control other folks' lives. And it is not a coincidence that many cops are women beaters. See, they don't talk about that part. They ain't got no, so when these cops show up at your house, when you're having a dispute with your partner, and the police just show up at your house, you calling the police because, oh, you feel threatened, guess what? They're not coming there to protect you. They're not coming there because they like you. They're not coming there for you. They're coming there for them. They're coming to get their rocks off. So unless your spouse is really a danger to your life and you really feel like your life is in jeopardy and you're tired of seeing that person and you don't mind that person getting killed, you better not pick that damn phone up, because they coming to beat some head in or kill in most cases. And even if it wasn't most cases, you're taking a gamble when you call them. If you're Black, you are taking a major gamble calling the police. The neighbor who called the police said he totally regrets calling the cops now because he was just concerned about the woman. I can't blame the dude. I feel sorry for the dude. I feel sorry that he got to go through that. He can't sleep. I really do feel sorry for that man because he was trying to do the right thing. Me being a neighbor, I probably would have did the same thing. But I probably would have been a little bit more cautious. I probably wouldn't have called the police as fast because I know how they are. So I probably would have given the woman a chance, like trying to see if I see what's going on. I'd probably try to see for myself what's going on first. Probably kind of, walk the perimeter as much as I can without putting myself in the line of fire, because it could have been a situation where she may have thought I was an intruder and pulled out a gun and shot me. So you got to be careful about things like that. But the neighbor says he totally regrets what he did. And man, it's sad that that dude got to live with that. But that's how the cops are when they come to Black communities. They have no patience whatsoever. They have no patience when they pulling Black folks over for traffic violations or any type of infraction. They have a conversation. They just, they just get on some power trip and stuff immediately. Most of them are on power trips already. But when they're dealing with Black folks, it's just amplified. Let's see who in the super chat. Secure win. That's what I'm saying. Secure win. What up, CA in the building? I appreciate you. Go Slim. Respect, legend. We appreciate you. Absolutely. Appreciate you. Absolutely. J Play, I see you. What's up, color coded? Yeah. Man. Family Man 247. What up? What up? Wendell Briggs. Be more in the building. Be more in the building. In fact, that's what I'm gonna start doing, like my super chats. I'm gonna start doubling up at least on giving you guys shout outs, because I really do appreciate y'all putting something in the pot. So I'm gonna make sure I double up on those shout outs. Make sure I acknowledge y'all for acknowledging me, Absolutely. Okay, let me see what y'all saying over here in the chat. Steve Young, much love, Sacramento, California. Aaron, what's up, Aaron? I remember you from the other day from Stockton, California. Paradiso. Aaron Paradiso. Jacksonville, Florida, checking in. Zion's daughter. Zion's daughter. Who was that? Gary Johnson. Animals are more safer than Black people. We have no allies and on our own. Great broadcast. Appreciate you, Gary. Absolutely, man. Sooner we get used to that concept, man, the better. Ain't no savior. You got to save yourself. You can pray. I never tell people not to pray. But pray without work is dead. After you pray, you got to get up and go out there and get something. Make something happen. I pray a different way. When I pray for me to be the best at what I'm about to go do. I don't pray for somebody to give me something. I'm like James Brown, open the door up and I go in there and get it myself. And then I'll take it further than that. You ain't gotta open the door. I'll open it myself. All I gotta do is know where the door is. I will get that door open. I will open that door. What's up, Valerie? New subscriber. Valerie Nellums. Is that Neelums or Nellums? I think that's Nellums. Thunder, Laredo, Texas in the building. The trip part about them showing that gun, right, is why was the gun even mentioned? That, because it was nearby. It's in the gun was in the bedroom. What does that's totally insignificant. If the gun was in our home, that would be normal. That's totally normal to have a gun in your home in the United States of America. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I keep hearing people talk about they need more training. They don't need more training. The police know exactly what to do to de-escalate situations. They know exactly what to do to fall back and have patience. I've seen them do it, not on video. Well, I've seen them on video do it, but I've seen them in life, in real life do it, in real time. I've seen them do it many times. I've seen them fall back and have patience and wait for others to come in before they try to go in or do anything. I've seen them fall back and try to get an understanding. I've seen them be patient and try to get an understanding and talk to people. But I've also seen them rush to judgment, want resolution immediately, want compliance immediately. And if they don't get it, they snap. Who does that? Who does that remind you of? It reminds me of like an unfit parent. When they don't get, the kid ain't moving fast enough, they smack them. They do something to them, something egregious, because they have no coping skills. Many of these cops have no coping skills, or their coping skills are very limited. They're very bad. They have no business being on nobody's police force. They have no business riding around with guns, interacting with strangers. They don't even have any business riding around or being in the possession of a gun at all. Many of them belong in straitjackets. They're mentally unstable. They don't need more training. Their asses need to be fired. They need to be taken off of the police force, starting at the top with the chief of police. They're the people that are at the top. They're supervisors, they're managers. They're the ones need to go first, because they are the ones who approve that type of behavior in the first place. Those type of people. You ever notice how when those type of people do things, they get promoted? Oftentimes when they get accused of having murdered somebody, check the background of some of these people that when they're running for chief of police, or they're running for sergeant and this or whatever, they up for sergeant or whatever they're up for. Look at their records. Oftentimes they get rewarded for being criminals within the police force. Now, if they try to commit crimes before they get in, it might be a problem, unless they get their records expunged. But other than that, you know, it's like, if you can hold off on a crime, man, if you can just hold off on the crime till we hire you, you can commit all the crimes you want and you'll be safe. We got your back as long as you have our back. You're gonna have to look out for you. Look out for me, I'll look out for you. That's pretty much what they say. And there could be more to this story. And if it is, I'm pretty sure that somebody on that police force or involved in law enforcement is going to suppress or try to suppress that information from the public. Now that is my guess. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Deshaun Page, what up, homie? Appreciate you. What's up, Ricky Brown? What it do? Yeah, man. Cold. Remember, if you're just coming in, smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. Every time you check out one of my videos, I appreciate it if you do that first. Like, as soon as you come to the channel, you see the video up, boom, hit that like button. And again, it's not saying that you're liking the video because you agree with what's in the video or what's being said or even what my position is. It's just saying that you appreciate me taking the time out of my schedule to upload the content and present the information to you. So smash up the likes, smash up the likes. It also helps with my positioning on YouTube, helps get the word out. Share the video. That helps also, big time. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it when you guys share my video on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. You know, I see my stuff out there and I love it. In fact, I was talking to a lawyer last month and he told me that when he's researching many of his cases, he said he's researching stuff, and he says that when he researched certain news topics and stuff, my videos pop up often in the search bar. So whatever's going on out there in the news, he's saying like he sees my videos often. That's how he got hip to my channel. It's like he's always seeing this Willie D live. So, you know, whatever we're doing collectively, you know, myself, my team, you guys, is working. So keep up the good work. I appreciate y'all. Share that video, share it, put it in their face. Oh, did I tell y'all somebody tried to buy my channel? They want to suppress that news so bad. Boy, they want it. Try to buy the channel from them. Ain't gonna happen like that. I ain't gonna give it up. I ain't gonna give it up that easy. No way possible. Boy, they trying to suppress that message, boy. Ooh, man, they be on code. As soon as you get to a point where you know, they realize that not only can you not be bought, not only can your message not be bought, they realize that you have a huge audience and they want that. And they want to try to, a lot of times it ain't even about them monetizing that. It's just about them taking it and being able to control the message or silence the message. That's what it's about. Because they will spend millions upon millions to silence you. It don't even be about the money. They want to silence you. They want that message silenced. Ted's right. What up? Appreciate you. Remember, y'all, if you want to skip the line, jump in the super chat. That way we make sure your message get recognized. Make sure your comments get recognized. And the thing about it, like with the super chat, it's easy to see. It's like boom, 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 it's right there. With the chat kind of moves like this. Like it's just going like this. So I got to do more work to try to slow it down and see what some of you guys are saying. So I know I've explained this many times. So the people that already know the drill, bear with me. There are many, many people that's watching the program for the first time that don't know. So I have to continue to explain how this goes. So when I'm reading the chat is moving like this. It's moving. The names are just going like this. And so I have to try to slow it down and then read them one at a time. So sometimes it slows down long enough where I can read names back to back. But then what will happen is that I'll read a name. I'm reading names back to back. And then all of a sudden it's going real, real fast. And so it ends up skipping the next person. Sometimes that person will get upset because they're thinking, okay, they're next, and then I skipped over them. But I didn't really skip over them. It's just that the chat was moving so fast that I couldn't get to it. So that's how it goes. So I'm not purposely skipping over anybody, unless of course they got a stupid message, they putting up something and they off, you know, just way off code or something like that, then, you know, then I'll skip that ignorance. And I skip the trolls as much as I can. But other than that, yeah, Don't charge it to my heart, y'all. Just charge it to the fact that, you know, this chat moves pretty fast. And I got it on slow. I have it on slow motion already. And it still moves too fast for me. Hutto, Texas. Never heard of that. What's up, Tracy Manning? Rantonio McKnight says he's new to the channel. All right, Rantonio, buckle up, man. It's a wild ride. You sure you ready for this? Crone Reeves from Ohio. What it do? Way past 73. Willie D is not for the pop charts. Peace, Ado's family. That's what's up. I am not for the pop charts, y'all. I'm what you call a regular Coke. You know, you got Diet Coke. Yeah. Stacey Dash, the Owen, what's her name? Candace Owen. Is it Owen or Candace Owen? Owens, I think it's Owens, whatever. Charles Barkley's. You know, I was thinking about Dennis Rodman today, right? And I thought to myself, you know, Dennis Rodman made friends with the president of North Korea. And we know that's a dangerous thing to do, you know, because America like to basically try to dictate who your friends can be, especially outside of the US. They try to make you, you know, they'll identify certain people and they'll say, well, if you're friends with that person, then, you know, there's something wrong with you. We don't like you because you're anti-American or whatever. But Dennis Rodman made friends with the president of North Korea. And, you know, America could look at that like he's a security risk, right? But I was like, you know what? They're not going to do anything to Dennis Rodman because Dennis Rodman, although he's like 6'6" or 7 or 5 or whatever he is, he a tall, big old dude. He's a pussycat. The dude be crying and going on, you know, all of that. I mean, he was a beast on the court. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he was a beast. If you're picking an NBA team, you gotta get him on your team because he's gonna fight for that ball. He will fight for that ball. But I don't think Dennis Rodman would fight for justice. I don't think it's in him. Dude is way too emotional. He cries, he wears dresses, lipsticks, earrings. He's just not manly. So he's not a threat. And that's why they haven't done anything to him. They really don't believe, you know, he could ever be a threat. That's why they don't have a problem with Dennis Rodman going back and forth to North Korea. Now, if that was Willie D going back and forth to North Korea, they would have a problem with that because they can't control me and because I'm not a crybaby and I don't wear dresses and I'm a man and I don't represent toxic masculinity. I represent masculinity. Black male masculinity specifically. They don't like that. Now, I wouldn't go to North Korea and try to do anything to jeopardize national security in America. I wouldn't do that. But just the fact that a free-thinking black male who cannot be controlled by the United States government would go to North Korea would be enough to spook them. You see? And so, you know, they would have a big problem with me going over there. Anyway, I just had that on my mind. That was a random thought I had. I thought about it when I started thinking about, you know, how you know, weak and docile, you know, some people are But anyway, moving on. What's up, Rick? Rick say, I'll be glad when we as Black men decide that a life for a life is the only way those who oppose us based on our complexion will get the message that we don't have no more blood to be wasted. We do not have any more blood to be wasted. You know, Rick, the thing is this, now there are people that are reading this and they're going to be like saying to themselves, you're inciting some type of violence, or they're going to look at you like you're a threat. But the problem that I have with that is that a white guy could say the same thing and he's looked at as patriotic. He's a hero. White guy could say the exact same thing that you're saying. And because everybody knows if somebody tries to attack you based on the color of your skin, you have every right to defend yourself. If somebody just try to attack you for any reason, you know, other than self-defense, you have a right to go in on them. You have a right. But somehow, when it comes to Black people, man, it scares them that Black people would have the audacity to fight back. That Black people would have the audacity to defend themselves. It is just absolutely amazing. Anyway, lived it. What up? Salute, salute. It's time to prepare a table. Once the right conditions are met, installing and supporting new law enforcement union leaders is one of the opening scenes. I can dig it. I can dig it. Let's definitely dismantle this system as it is today. It has to be dismantled. Keep in mind, it was created to police slaves. And so that system has never been dismantled. It's been in place. And so one could argue that it's pretty much operating the way it was designed to operate. That's cold, boy. They went in that woman's house and gunned her down. I mean, well, he didn't go in her house, but he stood outside the woman's window and gunned her down at her own house. So that means now add leaving your door open to the list of things Black folks cannot do. Can't leave your door open because police will come to your house and shoot you and kill you. Man. I hate even talking about this type of stuff. I got family members, man, that are cops, and I know they got to get a bad. They got to get it. They got to get the bad. You know, they got to hear this stuff too. I know some of them be checking out my podcast, and I mean they check out the show, so they understand me. They know who I am. They know what kind of person I am. So they don't have anything personally against me, but it's just the fact that I got to talk about this type of stuff, and they have to answer for those incompetent officers out there, those crooked officers, those corrupt officers, the racist officers. They have to answer for those dudes. You know, it's just, it's really unfortunate. Okay, so Ariane Noel says, why would she leave the door open with it being so dark? It doesn't matter, it's her house. She can do what she want to do. It's her house. You can do what, if it's your house, you can open all your windows if you want to. It doesn't matter if it's dark or not. But, you know, that part doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter why her door was open. What matters is that the police showed up to her house and shot her through the window of her house while she's in her house. Whatever she's doing in her house, whether she was in there washing dishes, if she was inside of the house with cleaning her gun, if she was inside of her house eating, reading, walking in circles, talking to herself, doing jumping jacks, whatever the hell she was doing, it's her house. Who told him to bring his ass to the house and look through the window? The neighbor called. Okay, the door is open. You go to the door, you ring the bell, or okay, you do say, let's say you do walk around the perimeter of the house to make sure that, you know, you can get a good look in before you go in, you try to go in. Let's say he did that. What did he shoot the woman for? He still had no right to shoot the woman. We got to stop looking for excuses as to what the victim did wrong and just call it what it is. The cops are out of control. Many of these dudes have no business on the police force at all. They have no business in law enforcement at all. These dudes are mentally ill. You send them out there with these guns, and just like Amber Guyger, mentally ill, totally unfit, had absolutely no business being a member of law enforcement. You got the criminals masquerading as police officers. They come to my door. I'm not opening the door. Period. You want me to open the door, man, you're gonna have to get the news out here. We're gonna have the news out here. We're gonna have to bring the news camera inside the house. We're going live. I'm setting up cameras everywhere. We're gonna get everything popping first. We're gonna have to get, and I'm still ain't coming out of the house. The hell is you coming to my house for anyway? I'm telling y'all, if you're Black, do not call the police. If you have to call them, you make sure that is your absolute last result, because it may be the last thing you turn out to do. Because they have no problem killing Black folks who call the police for assistance. How many times has that happened? Now, for all you guys out there that are members of law enforcement who are watching this show, if you don't like what I'm saying, change the narrative. All you got to do is hold your people accountable. That's it. It's simple. Hold them accountable. I want to say nice things about the cops. I want to feel safe. You know, these guys got guns and badges and the authority to use them. They got the authority to apprehend, question, shoot. If I can get an ally like that, you know, they doing it for the right reason, if they really out there serving and protecting. I like that concept. Serve and protect. That sounds good. But if your job is out there, you going out there and You doing the opposite of serving and protecting. You are actually out there. You the menace to society. You're actually the cancer in the community. Then I got a problem with that. And the only kind of cop would have a problem with me having a problem with that is the kind that means the public no good. That's it. That's it. That's the only kind of cop would have a problem with me. The only type of person would have a problem with somebody calling out racism is a person who benefits from racism, or a person who is racist himself. That's a defense mechanism. They'll say, if you talk about how in the hell does talking about racism makes you a racist? And we're not going to even, I don't have to get into the definition of what a racist is. Most people, when they say that stuff, they don't even know what racist is. But even if I was, how does talk, I mean, even if they knew the definition of racism, how does talking about racism make you a racist? That's like somebody talking about being sick makes you a doctor. Or, you know, or talking about taking medicine makes you a doctor. It makes absolutely no sense. Janine Smith, thank you, Queen. Appreciate you. Waper says, in the 90s, the affirmative action was increasing, ADO's policing. Police department began to look into past minor offenses to exclude ADOs from serving. Now borderline white boys joining like nothing. That is a good observation and very accurate. See, when you up on game, man, when you know how it go and you see what they're doing, then you know you can deal with this stuff a lot better. Like you ain't got to be making these crazy, wild accusations or statements and stuff and making yourself look like a fool. These are facts he's talking about. These are facts he's mentioning. This is not, and it's not hard to find out what's happening. In fact, it's documented. But you know, most people, they don't care about that. They don't care about facts. They care about emotions. Like whatever their emotions tell them to do, or whatever their emotions tell them to feel, that's how they feel. Ricky Brown, yeah. All right, fam, I'm gonna give a few more shout outs and I'll shut it down. Let y'all go on about your Saturday Night Live. Tracy Manning, I see you, appreciate you. Tracy. So just to recap, y'all, if you're just not joining the broadcast, we had a Texas woman who was gunned down by the police in her own home. What happened was her door was open. A neighbor noticed it, and he called the police to do a welfare check. This neighbor had been living in the community for 50 years, in the same neighborhood for 50 years. So he knows everybody on the streets, he sees what's going on. He felt concerned. He called the police with the intent of the police coming to assist the woman. Not, you know, maybe that was a person, an intruder in the person's house or something like that, and he wanted the police to go out there and help her, or maybe the woman was incapacitated or something, and maybe, you know, he's calling the police. For whatever reason, he sent the police there to assist the woman, not to murder the woman. Assist the woman, not murder her. They show their asses up, trigger happy, and boom, boom, the woman dead. Just like that. So this fool say that he feared for his life. So he shot. I'm gonna show you guys the video once again. He shot this woman within a second of saying, of telling her to show her hands. He did not announce who he were. He didn't say police or nothing. Even that don't matter anyway, though. That wouldn't have been enough anyway. Man just gunned the woman down just like that. If he thought she had a gun, why not get the hell out of the way? Let me back up and let me make sure, because I don't know who this is. Because maybe she think I'm the damn intruder. After all, it's her house. She's inside of the house. She probably, him not knowing who the hell she is, one could reasonably assume that it's the owner of the house. If you go to a fucking house, one would reasonably assume that who's ever inside of the house is occupying the house. Whoever the owner of the house, whoever lives inside of the house is probably the occupant. It's probably the person I see. But no, not this mentally ill nutcase. Man, let me show y'all the video one more time. Oh boy. Watch how fast he gunned this woman down.
Hands up, show me your hands.
Put your hands up, show me your hand. Pow. That's the gun on the floor in her bedroom. He shot her in the kitchen. Why are they showing this gun? Beats me.
Right now. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
All right, fam. Tracy Manning in the building. Appreciate you, Tracy. Randall Sparks. Is it too late to learn how to box at 37? No, it's not too late to learn how to box. Might be too late to get in that ring for the first time, though, at 37. But then again, I wouldn't say it's too late. Depends on what kind of condition you're in, what kind of body you have, you know, or have you been good to your body, you know? If there are some 37s who, you know, got the stamina of a 21-year-old, 25-year-old. So, you know, if your body is preserved, Yeah, 37, it's not too late. You're gonna have to work harder than a 27-year-old would, but it's not too late. If you got the talent and you're determined, go for it. Janine stepping in from Port Arthur. Appreciate you, Janine. Port Arthur in the building. Janine doubled up in the chat room. Much love for that. Randall Sparks, Tracy Manning. Actually, Janine tripled up. Janine showing off. Waypa, 37, lived it. Ricky Brown, Waypa again. Is that Taj? Is it Taj or Tej? I think that's Tej, right. Ricky Brown, Sean Page, Gary Johnson, Echo Slim, Jay Play, Cured Win, Color Coded, Family Man 247, Wendell Briggs. That's what's up. So I'm gonna follow this story, family. I am going to provide updates. I'm sure that they're gonna be coming in abundance. The family is gonna have to be diligent. The lawyers are gonna have to be diligent because they released this body cam footage just a little too fast for me. And I think that they probably think that it's an open and shut case. Typically, when they release the camera fast, they release the body cam footage fast. It typically means that they think that they're okay. They're not. They feel like they got a pretty good case to defend the cop. So don't just automatically assume that this one will be treated the same way the Amber Guyger case, and it'll make it to trial. I suspect that they're going to try to take this to a grand jury, and the grand jury is going to reject it. That's what I think will happen. If we were to follow recent, I ain't gonna even just say recent, but just history. Follow that, then it's not likely that it's going to turn out in favor of the family. But in any event, fam, I appreciate y'all. I just see a couple other people just jumped in the chat. Got to get them a shot. Acknowledge them. Intelligent Cycle, what up? I appreciate you. Chris Titty, showing gun to set up the narrative. Yeah, they're playing out a real version of the cop show, Bad Boys, back down in 92. Why would they show us the real? Exactly. They don't want to do that. Boy, it's sad. I mean, it's really, really a bad thing that the people feel like they're under siege and they can't trust the police departments who are supposed to be protecting them. It is really sad that people have to live in a country like that. That you have to live in a society like that. You have to live in a community. It ain't like it's one police department that's corrupt in the United States. It's not like it's just one in a particular city or town or state. It's like it's all over the US. Like it's pervasive. It's an epidemic of law enforcement agencies throughout America that are totally corrupt. And it is very, very sad that the people feel this way. I cannot see how America can really be as productive as it needs to be when the people wake up every day in fear of the very forces that are supposed to make them feel protected. Give them the reassurance that they are being shielded to an extent from dangers. Like they can't trust the very people whose taxes that they pay to protect them. Ah, man. Anyway, Janine Smith, I see you, appreciate you. One love, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm shutting it down. Gotta go in a minute. Here we go. All right, fam. Oh, yeah, here you go. Boxing greats. These are the greatest. These guys. These guys. They need to have Reggie Johnson on here, though. I didn't see Reggie Johnson. But look at these guys. I'm talking about greats all over this shirt. Boxing a hell of a sport, man. One cannot overstate how much of a tough sport this is. Man. Then we got my man Regis Progress fight coming up in the UK on the 26th of October. I don't know if I'm not sure if I'm gonna go. Might go. It's debatable. I'll know within the next couple of days. I'm gonna jump on the flight and get out there. But anyway, Jay Play, I see you. Appreciate you. All right, family. I'm gonna jump up out of here. Like I said, I will keep you guys updated on what's going on with this case. Till next time, no more talk.